Hello, we are not going to waste any time here solving this because we're already familiar with this sort of question. It is called exponential equation or indicial equation, all right? So we need to do something here, and that is very simple. We set x, we simplify further. So first of all, we write solution as usual, right? So what do? Look at this. Look at this. We simplify this in this way: 2x and then squared. Okay? 2 exponent x and squared, right? That's the first thing. We move on to this point. We have plus 2. Look at it. We split again. 2x times 2 raised to the power 1. But remember that this one is hidden. I'm not supposed to write it out, but for learning's sake and for simplicity, that's why I'm putting it here. At times you might not even see it at all. So if it is there, if it is like this, it means there is an unseen 1, power 1. But if I put it for the sake of learning and understanding. So let me put it, okay? And then minus 8 all equal to 0. What do? As usual, let's set this. We set any alphabet of our choice. We can use Q equal to, alright, we set 2x equal to Q. That's our choice alphabet today, or this moment, equals to Q, okay? So we have set 2x equal to Q. It's now turned off itself, okay? So that is what it's supposed to be. Alright, so we move on there. Anywhere we see 2x, we substitute with what? Q. So we move on. This becomes Q brackets squared. At this point, we have a plus Q times 2, okay? And then here we have minus 8 all equal to 0. That's how to solve it. So quickly without wasting time, let me pick chalk. Okay? Alright. So what do? For the simplification, we have Q squared, and then here gives us 2Q, right? Minus 8. This is minus 8, all equal to 0. Also, we have succeeded in generating a quadratic equation which can be simplified or solved using a factorization method. Take note, it doesn't mean we cannot use any other methods, but I'm using factorization method because it's quite easier than the rest of the other methods. So understand me. So what we're going to do here is to apply simple factorization method, and that solves it. So we're going to do that. Once again, let me put back my cap, okay? All right, so let's continue with that. Okay, now what do is we simplify this by taking note of Q. This is not P, we're using Q this time around. Q, bracket open, minus, look at this. So what happens here is something we must take note of. We can use, maybe we are going to use 2, okay, we are using 2 here, and then we're using Q again, watch, and then we're using plus 4, all equal to 0, okay? Let's check if you're going to get back to this. Let's check if this factorization approach will still give us back this quadratic equation. Let's check it. So if we go Q times Q is going to give us Q squared, right? And we go again, Q times this is going to be 4Q, good. And then, hold on, okay? We move minus 2 times this is going to give us 2Q. So 4Q minus 2Q is going to give us a plus 2Q. So we are correct. And finally, by the time we say minus 2 times plus 4, we are going to have minus 8. So it's correct. The factorization approach is absolutely correct. So we continue from there. What do we do next? We set Q minus 2 all equal to 0. Call this equation number 1, and then set Q plus 4 all equals to 0. Call this equation number 2. Good. So with this, you're making progress. The next thing is from equation number 1, Q is equal to 2, solved. From equation number 2, Q is equal to minus 4, all solved. So we've gotten 2 values for Q. But that is not the end. We are going to solve to find the value of X as usual, if you understand. If you have watched my video in my previous classes involving initial or exponential equations like this, you will see after finding the values of the alphabet we have chosen, we need to find the value of what? X, the exponent X. Because this one is not exponent X. It's not. So let's go. How do we get that? An important question to ask. But before we delve into all that, come on, are you still there? Come on, show me some love. Encourage me by giving me some thumbs up. Subscribe. If you don't want the lesson, there is no problem with that, but give it to somebody who wants it. Share it with friends who need something like this, okay? And then thank you for doing that. My returning subscribers and my new subscribers, thank you so much. I am proud of you people. Alright, so let's solve further to find the value of X. We are going to find 2 values. Let's see what happens. If that is the case, we have 2. Exponent X is equal to, the first value is 2, right? So we have 2 here. Remember, it's going to be power 1. Alright? So it means the base, we cancel out. And we have X is equal to 1. This is solved. That's what it means. We move on to this one. Let's see what happens here. Okay? So it means we do exponent X is equal to minus 4. I don't know, but look at this. If I'm asked, I would have done this. But first of all, know that there is no solution here. No solution here. No solution here. Do you know the reason? Take note of this. No solution here. Do you know the reason? Because, look at 4. It has minus. But here there is no minus. So even if I go further, doing this, 2x minus base 2 raised to power 2 to get this minus 4, I may be wrong because the base is minus. And this base is not minus, so they can cancel out. They cannot cancel out. That is why there is no solution. So take notes. So the second value of X does not exist. Here we say, at this point X, no solution. No solution. And that is okay. By the reason given, by this reason, or by this simplification, it means there is no solution here. Because the base here is minus 2, and the base here is plus. They cannot cancel out. In the same way this happens. That is why there is no solution. Okay, so look at it. The steps are very clear. But at any point in time that you are not clear, or you are confused about any of the steps, put it in the comment section, and with all due respect, I'm going to solve it and then bring it back to you. Okay? Thank you for finding time to watch up to this moment and for your patience. But before I let you go, please subscribe, some thumbs up, share with your friends, network and students to someone who need it. Alright? And then remember to put on the bell button for constant notification. I sign out at this point in time to prepare for another class. See you in my next class.